Welcome. I'm getting over being sick, so please accept my apologies if things sound a little off or funky with my voice or random sneezes. There was something posted, a comment by one of our viewers, Bogey Bogart, who mentioned he had some issues with the PlayerSpawn. I realized while going through his project that I built the system to expect a player in every scene and to spawn it, and it was messing with each other, right? So today I'm going to record a video showing how to fix that so it only spawns the player wherever the spawn point is. Otherwise, when you re-enter, if you have multiple exits or entrances in a dungeon, the player is going to spawn wherever you have the player, not the spawn point in the scene. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove our player from the dungeon scene. My speakers fell. There's that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we need to go into our town scene, and there's our player. So in our player, what we're going to do is we're going to add a child node real quick. It's going to be a marker 3D, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to separate that marker out, and we're going to name it player spawn, and then we're going to get rid of the player in that scene. The reason we're doing this is now that we're doing it, we're going to need a spawn point in every scene. So I'm going to actually push this back some, about right there. There we go. And so the player will spawn in each at each spawn point now. Well, not now. There's a few things we got to adjust in the code, but once that's done, then it'll spawn. So let's go ahead and go to our scripts. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to let's go to our world script. We got to make a few changes on that. What we're going to do is let's see. We're going to remove this instance of the player because we don't need that. Definitely don't need that anymore. Let's see. I'm trying to think. How do I want to do this now? So it's gonna be a whole lot of rewriting, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say, oops, get rid of that comment. Because we don't want the dialog box stuff to get erased, so we're going to put that in real quick. Get node or null. Looking for dialog UI. That'll call fade from lack. Then what we're going to need is to deal with some logic for handling the player, and so we're going to start doing that now. So we're going to say variable spawn. I can't type today. If the spawn point name equals anything, just give it a name, basically. Oops, we want get tree. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to find an existing player in the scene. So because since the world is gonna be looking for a player, right? We have to tell it to instantiate the player basically if it doesn't find one, right? So what we're gonna say is variable player equals get node or null, and that's gonna be player if player is equal to, whoops, we want 2 equals null. Variable player scene packed scene, so we're gonna have it load a packed scene, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, find our player scene, not the battle one, the regular one, right click, copy path, we're gonna come over here and we're just gonna control V, paste that in. Then we're gonna say player equals player scene dot instantiate player dot name equals player add child player. So that's gonna add the child of the player to the scene. Now, what it's gonna do, what we're gonna code in next is we're gonna tell it if you find a spawn point, then put the player there. Okay. Right now it's just instantiating the player into the scene. So if the spawn point name does not equal anything, look, get the spawn point name is going to be this next line. If it's a spawn point, then we're going to say the player dot global transform dot origin equals spawn point. Wow, what was that? Spawn point dot global transform dot origin. I forgot an extra parenthesis right there. Alright, and then now we're just gonna clean some stuff up behind the scenes so that we don't accidentally reuse an old spawn point. Apologize for the dogs. Sounds like somebody is letting them out. There. So that will fix the world script for what we're doing. Next thing we're going to do is we need to actually adjust the scene transition. Right now the scene transition handles a lot of stuff and it really doesn't need to handle really any of this anymore. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of the spawn point stuff. And then we're going to keep this line and this line. We're going to add a line here. We're gonna leave all this fade stuff, and we're gonna leave on fade complete, and then the rest of this we don't even need anymore because it's all gonna be handled in the world script. So go ahead and save that scene transition script. I'm trying to think, did we need to fix this? Let's see. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We do need to adjust this some, I think. Let's see. No, actually we don't. That's all fine. Fine and dandy. Alright, so now we need to set up our camera script to now remap to the player. It's gotta find it. It's gonna have to find it automatically in the scene. So we're gonna need node 3D, vector 3, and then the follow speed is fine. So what we're gonna have is a onReady function. I'm gonna say if target is equal to null, then we're gonna tell it to hold on a second, to wait a second, and then run defined player target function that we're going to create right now. Alright, so now I have that, and that is all correct. So now this should work. Let's press play and find out. Alright, and there's the player. The camera's following it. Not sure why it keeps starting over there, but that's fine. Everything works. The dogs are going crazy. And there it is, right? So, that's how you get it working. I do gotta fix the environment. I'm not sure why I'm still going through the walls. So, I think it's just a collision layer thing. So, I'll fix that in between videos, and then show that how in the next one. videos are going to be a little more sparse, and there's going to be a bit more time in between. I got about 12 days to finish getting ready for school before teachers have to go back. So I got to finish getting the curriculum set up for the next school year. So I'm going to be taking the next 12 days off, and then I'll start posting probably once every other week. 1 week will be Godot, 1 week will be Unity, and then it'll be like that. So I apologize. I appreciate your patience in this. I will put up a Unity video this week because I know I missed last week's as well. But until then, keep learning, keep building. I'll see you in the next one.